Have you ever noticed how some businesses explode on social media while others just fade into the abyss? Well, at this point, we've spoken to hundreds of businesses, and one thing has become apparent, and it's a huge mistake 95% of businesses are making. And the worst thing is, they don't even know they're making it. In this video, I want to talk about a tiny tweak you can make to your social media accounts, which will not only rocket your following, but also drastically increase your sales. But before we dive into this simple, super effective tweak, we must first understand exactly what social media does, because so many are getting this wrong, and that is what is killing your growth. Let's say you're going on a first date with someone you're really attracted to. You book a table in a nice restaurant, and when you sit down and speak to this person for the first time, you come out and say, "Should we skip this, go straight to the bedroom, and bang like rabbits?" No. You wouldn't, would you? You'd want to prove that you're a trustworthy person, a worthwhile endeavor. You'd want to show them that you offer a product that aligns with their values, and then you'd want to take them and bang like rabbits. And that is the same with social media. And so many business owners are confusing this simple aspect. They see their social media as a place where they can not only sell their product, but also stuff that is happening with their venue. If I bring up this example, I recently sat down with Declan, who is the owner of Beckett's Irish Bar in Budapest. Now, this bar is fantastic. The food's great, the atmosphere's great, and it's my favorite venue in this city. But when you pull up their Instagram account, you can see it's a mess. There's a lot going on here, and it's all over the place. So let's break it down and then move on to the killer tactic. Declan posts some pictures about his food, people having a good time, but also a lot of posts about what's on TV, football games coming up, and days they're closed for bank holidays. And that is one of the problems. You see, a couple of weeks later, a completely new person views their Instagram and they see posts that are completely irrelevant. Time has passed. I can't go back in time and watch some rugby game or some football game, and it's a complete waste of real estate, and more importantly, it's affecting the viewer's perception. And what we have found is so many small businesses are doing exactly this because they are a slave to the algorithms. They think that they have to post every single day on social media or the algorithm will hate them. And that might be the case, but not necessarily if you're posting something that's going to be irrelevant in just a few days' time. Because what is actually going to kill the growth is if somebody clicks on your profile, sees it's like Declan's, and doesn't engage. That's the true killer of your social media growth. These platforms want to see people engaging, scrolling through your pictures, and seeing a little bit more. Even if they don't follow you, they will then push that profile out more than something like Beckett's. Think of it like this. You land today on Beckett's Irish Bar's Instagram, and you see these posts about what's on TV from December, what hours they're open over Christmas, and those posts just don't make sense. It doesn't tell you anything relevant to you whatsoever about this venue. And that is what gives them a bad experience. So they leave, they don't follow you, don't engage, and most likely have a subconscious bad feeling about this desperate bar owner trying to tell you what's on TV. And it's not the case with Declan at Beckett's at all. It's just he is a slave to the algorithm, but in the wrong context. When I spoke to him, he said, well, what should I do? How should I pass on this information to my customers that we're closed on Christmas Day? That is what the stories are for on Instagram and on Facebook. You can update a 24-hour message, and that's where you post the information. That's the biggest sales tool. Now, that might mean that you have to post several times every single day because it's a week-long message, but so be it. That is the daily post you're desperately craving as a business owner. Just make sure your feed is absolutely gorgeous with the things you sell. Think of it this way. You wouldn't visit a restaurant that you got food poisoned from a couple of weeks ago. Social media is the exact same. What you need to do is post things that are relevant to your business. And that brings us to the killer tactic, which is by simply posting the products or the experiences you sell at your business, because it will resonate with the right type of customer. But a big thing, keep it themed. If you're posting food from a restaurant, just post food. Then have a second page for customer experience if you must. niche it down as best you can. And when someone lands on that page, they're going to go, this is a great place for food. Not, this is a great place for food. They've got the football on Tuesday 2 weeks ago, and they also sell Guinness, and they were closed on Christmas Day, and it's currently June. That doesn't make sense. In Declan's case, he should be posting pictures of the bar, pictures of beer, and maybe, if he has to, pictures of people having a good time while they watch the football. But it should be passing on an emotion that he wants to pass on to viewers. And that brings us on to the realization what social media is. Because it's not a sales tool. It's a funnel to a potential sale. It's a link in the chain to get a customer eventually, not today. And as soon as you figure this out as a business owner and focus down on the niche you want to portray on social media, you will start seeing your account grow. You'll get followers who engage with your content, and eventually that will turn into sales. Now, a lot of business owners we found have massive anxiety with this because they feel they need to post every single day, and they need to let their customers know when they're closed, when they're getting refurbished, or Sally's pregnant and she's leaving the business. The simple answer is stories, stories, stories. Post updates on your stories, not on your wall. Keep the posts on your wall to things your customers want to see, the best aspects your business has to offer. After all, platforms like Instagram are telling you this directly because you can pin the best stuff to the top of your page, and that is a highlight reel. They're telling you what you should be making in terms of content. And the funny thing is, Google's doing it too with their new ranking structure, and many businesses haven't woken up to this, and it's gonna kill their ranking on Google Maps. And if you don't want to lose your place, make sure you click this video here, because if you don't act soon, your business is going to become invisible.